Any early thoughts on the combine? We'll kind of get more into this next week. I will be down in Indy or up in Indy or out in Indy, whichever direction Indianapolis is in.
Congrats. It's going to be, it's your first time ever going to the combine?
Yeah. So
it's going to be awesome. You're going to be like a pig and you know what.
Hopefully we learn a lot, but we'll get more into the specifics later. Just big picture.
I just need you to make time for some remote pods.
Well,
I know you're going to be doing like 28 pods a day.
It's going to be podcasting all week. When I was in college, we had this thing. It was called, what was it called? It was called like 50 hour, where for charity, like local companies would buy an hour and two DJs. It was a music station, but two DJs would stay on the air for all 50 hours.
Yeah.
And I always joked I wanted to do a sports 50 hour.
Oh,
so maybe that's what the combine will.
You don't sleep, so I feel like you'd be a good fit for that.
We'll get more into the details next week, but you generally are pretty spot on with the combine. You do that one thing every year where you look at the testing numbers versus at this point it's whoever the GM is.
You're being a little too
try to line it up.
But I guess I nailed Jalen Polk with that one last
hits
year.
on those the last.
I nailed Jalen Polk. No, congratulations are in order. You can thank me later, folks. I nailed the Jalen Polk pick based on the combine.
Well, but here's the thing: that piece isn't about whether or not those players will be good. It's whether or not the Patriots would likely pick them. So I would call that's a win for you. It's a loss for the Patriots on the pick, but it's a win for you. So
it's an interesting year because who is really in charge? Like what kind of players will Mike Vrabel pick? Is he the one making those final choices? Is it Elliot Wolf? Is it Ryan Cowden? Like that's going to be a little harder to figure out, to dig around on that.
I'll just say this: March 2nd, mark your calendars. March 2nd is when they will measure the offensive linemen. So we get Will Campbell's arm length.
It's the main event.
Now it's Sunday. I don't know what time Sunday. Sunday kickoff is 8 to 10. So I would assume Will Campbell will measure in at like 10:02. But that's a lot of the offseason hinges on that. That's just the reality of it. It sounds dumb. It is kind of dumb, but
it's fun though. I'm a believer in the arm length thing.
Are you,
Alex? Sorry. If he comes in at like 32 and 7/8 or something, he's a guard.
So, but here's the thing.
He's going to be a guy that struggles at tackle, and then the reports will come out. They're going to try him at guard. Like that's how it's going to go for him.
Would you not have
got to get the 33-inch arms if you're Will Campbell?
Would you not have believed in Rashawn Slater in 2021?
Why is he under?
Well, he was at 33, but the consensus at that point was over 33. So he was a quarter inch short.
You got to be so he was at 33,
right? But the consensus was over 33, not 33 or over.
I'll give you 33 even.
Okay, so you're saying that an eighth of an inch, if a guy's really good, maybe he can swing it.
I don't know. I feel like it's gonna be a hard and fast rule. If he comes in at 32 and 7/8, we can't be like, he'll figure it out. It's an eighth of an inch. What are we gonna do?
Well, that's what happened with Rashawn Slater. But they trusted his ability. They played him a tackle.
You're saying they moved. You're saying Will Campbell could change the criteria.
If he comes in at like 32 and a quarter, I'm out. 32
We're talking about a whole inch of hand here.
Well, it's on each arm, so there's different. 32 and 7/8 is going to be the most interesting measurement because it's as close to the benchmark without him hitting the benchmark.
What if they come out as like, oh, he's at 40? Sorry, I guess we were wrong.
Sign me up. Sign me up. But you know who came in just over the threshold, like just over? Penei Sewell.
Okay.
So that March 2nd
isn't speaking of Titans, Peter Skoronski, wasn't he one of those borderline guys?
He was like 32 and a quarter. He came in well under.
Okay.
So the expectation was he was going to be on the border.
Okay.
So we'll see. And that's the expectation with Campbell. He's going to be right around 33. If he's 33 or above, he's a tackle. I think if he's 32 and a half or below, he's a guard. Really interesting number, which is what it's going to be.
Give me 32 and 15/16. That would be amazing.
32 and 7/8. We get to be at each other's throats for 2 months.
I think he's big and athletic enough to play. He's going to play somewhere. I just feel like I need to go hard and fast. I can't be
a sizist.
I'm a sizist, and I got to be a little strict on this. I can't, if he's under 33, I gotta take we'll do like a debate team thing. I gotta take the stance.
I was talking to Felger about this last week. Like, if you're rooting for the content, you want 32 and 7/8.
Yeah.
That's for the content, for the conversation.
Because the conversation's over if it goes an eighth of an inch either way.
Right, exactly. Which again is as dumb as it sounds, but this is what the NFL draft is. So
was it can I get more thoughts on the combine before we get out of here?
Yeah, go ahead.
I thought you were about to sign off.
No, go ahead.
So yeah, obviously Will Campbell's the main event, but like I feel like there's always a receiver or two that sort of pops because they have a good 40 time. Like I feel like that's going to be something to watch.
Isaiah Bond, Tez Johnson.
Yeah, like maybe someone sort of climbs up the board and like maybe that sort of changes the conversation for the Patriots in the top of the second round, or maybe trading down, like that whole sort of conversation. And the quarterbacks, like maybe the quarterbacks pop, and like maybe that sort of changes the conversation in the top 4, where now all of a sudden you're talking about Shador Sanders, Cam Ward, top 2, maybe 2 of the top 3.
Yeah.
Like that would really change things for the Patriots. So I think those are the 3 things that are worth watching, those 3 positions.
And I mean, Jackson Dart had a ton of hype after the Senior Bowl. I couldn't tell you why. It's JJ McCarthy all over again to me. Like, what are you people watching? I have no idea. But
I think the Browns and Giants are doing a great job evaluating Jackson Dart.
I'll tell you this.
They really need to take a close look at him, and I really think you got something.
Not the Browns and the Giants. I wouldn't take Jackson Dart in the top 3. I would absolutely give up a bag to take him at 4 if I was an NFL team. I'll tell you what.
Oh, there we go.
Let's get Jackson Dart right to the 4th pick.
We're talking.
And just to be clear, I wouldn't take Jackson Dart in the 1st round. But
get Mark Davis on the phone. Yeah. Tell him this Jackson Dak kid. You got to look at the Dak.
I would hope Tom Brady would see past that. Maybe the Saints.